You make window capture from from Discord. So you make like Discord. Um, you make your Discord like full window, right? So it's like will be bigger size, and
Okay. Um. It,
window capture, and you choose Discord.
oh, for a new scene, like a new scene,
Um,
or is it another
inside scene, it is new source.
window capture? Yep,
So
got you.
yeah. So there you choose.
Window. Discord, got you. Okay.
So and there you need to see like I think you need to use desktop audio. So you in your OBS will be my sound. What? No, we cannot do this. You see, because now I see your OBS.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so how we can do it? So okay, maybe then do only yourself. Like if on your channel you only So it's
Okay.
like this seems fine, right? So you stream yourself on your channel, and on my channel we make like double screen.
I'm wondering why I can't screen yours at the same time. Also.
Because I have wait a second. Yeah, it's like so many like how to say? Because I call you.
Oh.
It's my like I just wake up. My head also like very slow.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I understand. I understand.
Yeah, it's like I give you my OBS screen, right? So it's not my web camera. It's my OBS setup. Right?
Okay.
So when you take this my OBS in your OBS, uh, I start to see your OBS instead of your camera
Okay.
on this. So instead of screen, I see your OBS. Oh, I don't know, like yeah, later we'll need to think what.
No, I
But
understand. I understand.
mhm.
All right. So let's do this. We
So
are live. So I'm gonna click this off. This is all so new and complicated for me. I'm like all day I've been fiddling around with the YouTube stuff. Like I'm like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? Where does this go? And then like I put a live stream up earlier. I was just messing around, and for some reason it only plays the last 10 seconds of the video, and I'm like, I don't understand what I did. Like,
yeah, so I say it's like first streams like don't need to worry too much about how it looks because you just need to practice.
yeah.
Just kind of see all these details. You know.
What I'll do is I'll do this. Perfect. I'll draw from this.
Same for me, like like I don't want to like super perfect streams because we also like looking how it works, right?
Yeah.
How how can I can invite people, like how we can make together lives, stuff like this.
I wonder if I should finish this Sonic, or if I was gonna draw something completely new. I'm trying to figure it out right now. Or if I was gonna draw something completely new. I'm trying to figure it out right now.
So, yeah, so I will draw just some again like perspective grid and a figure in space. And people watching. I mean, still, I have some people watching it.
Yeah, they're watching this. Everybody that's watching, really sorry about all this. Kind of knew we should have got together like at like 8 o'clock. It's a lesson learned from next time. That's also my fault because I'm like, oh, did we just pop on? Because last time it was just like we just popped on and that was it. So now I'm streaming, so it's kind of like I thought we could just do the same, but that's my bad. All right, so let me see. Let me see what I'm gonna draw. You're crushing it
Yeah,
with the perspective there, bud. Yeah, you know what?
yeah. Maybe you want to draw Sonic.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish the Sonic out.
Uh, Smiles.
Yeah, why not? I'll just play with this. Oh yes, please, thank you. You can talk, huh? No, you're good, huh? My wife's talking to me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so you can hear. Okay. Yeah.
All right, here we go. What we got? Let me see.
So what is your plan for YouTube again? Like you say, it's just like for connect with some people, kind of.
Yeah, so right now I'm just because of the what happened in the military and stuff like that. I'm suffering from PTSD, and
Mhm.
I'm just trying to just I'm very introverted and like to myself kind of guy, and I think that it's really becoming a hindrance in my life. So I'm just trying to connect with people, and I'm trying to connect with people in a positive way and not in a negative way. So more artists like yourself, some of my favorite artists, I reached out to them to see if they would like to, eventually come on the stream. But that, and then just help people, like, because there's a lot of people, especially like in my Discord channel, that
Mhm.
a lot of people that really like want me to do tutorials and stuff like that, and I've been really bad at it. But I'm gonna start making a really good effort this year to really help people. That's this is art, and I think we all should stick together.
Yeah. I think it's also it's kind of it's good to have multiple reasons. Like is some maybe reasons kind of dominant, uh, but sometimes like kind of like because it's kind of long period, like a marathon, right? And during this marathon, when you need to keep doing this stuff, sometimes it feels like absolutely pointless. Like
Mm.
you make like 100, 200 live, there's like 5 people watching all the time, and it's like, why am I doing this? And like maybe nobody even like talking with you. You're like inviting people,
You're the
nobody
best.
reply and stuff like this. So it can be like you might feel like this kind of don't work, right? So, but everybody talking about success in live streaming is kind of like a 3 year period. So it's like if you streaming regularly 3 year,
Yep.
I don't know, at least like 2 days a week minimum, kind of, right? Then it's kind of like normally it after 3 year you will get this kind of critical mass effect, and will be like enough people will talking about you, so will be some kind of crowd. around your streams,
Mm.
and maybe like even like making like actual profit from it. So I, I for myself, I have kind of similar reason too. It's like yeah, I understand it's like very different. Like I don't have like combat or army experience, but I have this kind of like experience recently, especially with 2022 stuff. It's kind of big, kind of catastrophe, right? For me, just being like expat, this guy like who's changed his country,
Yeah.
it's kind of like already like it feels somehow like you're losing part of yourself. Like somewhere this Russian guy is like in the parallel universe. He's there, but he's not here because I kind of don't have people to speak Russian, for example, or all this kind of like stuff from daily life, which is like very normal and everyday things. In the other countries, in the totally different cultures, they not exist anymore.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's kind of like became like it kind of like in a long time, like 10 years, like I have, it's really became like very weird,
Mm.
like constant, uh, kind of like you losing some part of yourself, kind of. And so for me, COVID was no big difference. It was just like, okay, I already living like this, understand these things. But then when it's like 2022, I'm like, what the hell? So like everything go to escalate so fast.
Mm.
Yeah. And I basically I just lost all my friends. So in for every
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
kind of no, I mean they're not dead, but it's just like we cannot communicate anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's like you we have this like kind of like ideology opposite sides, kind of, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of like easier when it's two sides, right? But then you realize like is this stuff going so far? Like this kind of propaganda and kind of like uh, intelligences, I guess, kind of different countries. Like, they working now so crazy, like with all like infiltrated all media, and like and bombarding with kind of narratives. So make like now it means like it's not only two sides, right? Now every side split, and then all these split sides will split. So eventually everybody started fighting each other, and like you see, like, hey, we're on the same side, right? But then you need to kind of like wait a second. But what is your opinion about this, right?
Mm.
And it's like, oh no, you're actually my enemy, because it's not just kind of like what your favorite music, but it's actually about like eventually it's like you're talking about killing my people, kind of.
Yeah. See, that's scary.
It's like okay, and then you see some people they're just not kind of educated or they're like not aware, and they say like, yeah, it's like right thing to say. The, really like did you really like follow where it goes and like it's like oh my god it's like I don't want to even like discuss with them, so some people like I keep communicating is I understand kind of I don't know, it's no friendship anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've also lost friends with this same kind of rhetoric, and it's sad. I think it's really sad, man, because it's like sometimes it's just about like listening, and even when you just listen and you let people say what they have to say on their mind, a lot of people tend to, if you're not agreeing with them, not to say that I was disagreeing with them, but like I was just listening. If you're not
Mhm.
with them, then you are the enemy, and it's like I just find that really sad because like like my best friend or the guy who I consider to be like one of my best friends that I've ever had. We me and him had such a connection, like a brotherly connection, but because he
Yeah.
felt a certain way about the state of the of our world, like I lost him as a buddy. You know what I mean? Like I lost him, and it's because he became radicalized. And it sucks, man, because he was such a good guy. Eventually, I hope that he can see past that and whatever. But I think it's really sad, man.
Yeah. So I mean, like, definitely better if I will like more communicate in the real world, but somehow I just kind of like, uh, I don't know, subconsciously I just even cut all my real connections. So I only like when it's really necessary, I will go to talk with people, or when it's work, right? And it's not kind of like your hate or weird with people. Like when I talk with people, like I'm really friendly and I like to meet people, but
Hmm.
somehow I just avoid it. So I hope it will be like later will be better. But yeah, I can relate in this sense. This is what I mean.
Mm.
It's kind of like um, also I don't like this introvert extrovert idea. I
Yeah,
don't think it's actually so simple.
Gene, hold on one sec. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
please.
try to turn you up because one of my viewers can't hear you. Say something now.
One, two, three. Hello, hello.
Yeah. Yo, Jo, can you hear him? Just let me know in the chat if you're watching.
Yeah, let me see if I on your live. If there's
I,
sound.
I think it's just on mine.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just on mine.
Yeah.
Man, I'm loud.
Yeah, check your OBS. Like you have this like controls.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
loud.
also, do you know where my sound is came from? It's
Y-
like
Your sound is the desktop, correct?
probably. You can check right now. Do you, where do you see the jumping? This like equalizer jumping
Yeah. Okay. It's on the It's on the desktop.
desktop.
Yeah. So
Ah,
I
okay,
got you.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
Mhm.
We in business.
Yeah.
Like I said, I am all to any of the viewers that are watching this on any of our streams. I'm brand like brand new. I'm talking like 10 seconds brand new. And I am really trying to learn how to use all of this stuff and get used to it. So I'm really sorry if I'm kind of
Oh,
jacked up right now. What's going on, Cozy Pencil?
yeah. Hello, cozy pants. Yeah. So, and also it's kind of also was like kind of therapy for myself, like because in 2022 I was like, like I was just like I had this uh, project. I've been drawing mural in a school in Taiwan, and I think like, okay, perfect.
No
Finally,
problem.
like after was like I was already like 6 year in Taiwan, and I think like finally I will go to Moscow. Like I will use this money, will fly to Moscow, meet my friends, go to see my parents, and I'm not finished this job yet. Like right in the middle, kind of. And there is this news: Russia invasion in Ukraine. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, uh, for me, it's like my house is like 1 hour from Ukraine. It's like for me, it's like it's absolutely bullshit. Is Ukraine like never have a plan kind of invade Russia or like they don't make like terror attacks and
Yeah, that.
and no, never absolutely nonsense. It's just like kind of like oh we take Crimea now we take whole Ukraine.
I'm gonna be honest, man. When they did that, we were all like, oh, like, oh snap, like it's about to go down. We had no, like, there was like no clue, and it was one of those things where we were like, oh no, man, like please, we don't want to like have to go to war with Russia right now. It was not a fun feeling.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like for me, it was like oh, okay, now I definitely will not go because kind of like I was, and it's like first, it's very interesting. It's like whole normal reality disappears, and I start to because I start to see all these like videos from my region, like absolutely surreal. It's not like Africa or Arabia or somewhere. Is like I know the streets, I know the buildings. It's in Ukraine, but it's like it's my region. It's kind of same lifestyle, kind of very similar. It's like more similar to my lifestyle than Moscow, because Moscow like far away and there's Ukraine very close to me, kind of. Where like like I have Ukraine roots too. Like my kind of father lines are like from Ukraine, so um, it's just kind of like very personal and like see all this like yeah, like you understand what kind of gross stories came from war. You cannot speak in YouTube kind of this stuff, but I mean it was like crazy, like
Yeah.
and how cynical Russian government is. It's absolutely insane. It's like break my like I'm like wow, okay, so is this what where we are living. This kind of like real world. It's not like this I hear a lot of this like hero stories about World War II, like Russia armies like being so great, like save humanity from like Hitler and stuff.
Yep.
And now I see, now I understand, like but that is actually it's truly it's like you don't even know like who was worse in this confrontation, like Soviet Union or Hitler.
Yeah, I mean that was a very scary time, especially to be alive
It's like
in Russia. Oh man, like, or in the USSR. Like that was a very scary time. Very,
but
very
it was
scary.
shorter.
Hmm.
Right now, it's like it's Ukraine war is already longer than World War II right now. Or not no, at least this like Russian war with Hitler kind of was much shorter. It's crazy. Let's keep going. And so uh, yeah, it's really like, and I've been like watching this movie. Let's say Troy. Yeah, Troy. I think it's in with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Troy is a good movie.
Yeah, and I've been watching this. It's like, man, it's like it's exactly what is happening. Like I was like looking, like I mean, like it's a movie. I mean, before I was watching like war, even like this kind of like Hollywood kind of thing. I just start to see it from totally different perspective. It's like um, it's been happen always. It's not like just happening.
War has been around since the dawn of time, my friend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just how the world works, you know.
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest, I never thought that I would go to war like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I never thought that because I joined the National Guard.
Mm-hmm.
And the National Guard, like when I was already coming out of the basic training, my unit was already deployed. They were in Jordan and Somalia. So when I was getting out of basic training, my the sergeants there, they were already like, hey, look, you know, you don't ever have to worry about deploying because your unit is currently on deployment right now. So it's like, by the time you get out of basic training, you got, there's 1 year layoff and then another 5 years to wrap up for the next deployment. That's going to be um, your whole, uh, your whole contract. And I was like, all right, cool, no problem. You know what I mean? Like, man, I don't have to deploy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the talks of the deployment started to come up, and then it was kind of like, well, if okay, so we are going to deploy, and I'm definitely going to go on deployment because it's still within my contract. But the likelihood of me going to like a combat zone, right, is really slim, right? Because I was like, okay, so we'll go to like, maybe we'll go to the Middle East, but we'll go back to Jordan because there was talks about going to Jordan, and
Mm-hmm.
Jordan isn't Jordan isn't a combat zone. Jordan is like, it's really nice, right? So when we got word that we were all going to Syria, that was kind of like, oh snap! Like, what do you mean we're going to Syria? And it was just like, yeah, we got the big one. We're going on a combat deployment, like, and this is the real deal. Like, there was no like backing out of it. So that right there, it was like to even have that, like, to be in a combat situation like that, or it's like to know that I'm going into a combat. Never even crossed my radar. It never it
Mm-hmm.
never was like, oh, okay, it's time. This time I'm actually going to become a combat, veteran. I didn't even think I was going to even be able to call myself a veteran, let alone a combat veteran. And then when it came down to it, man, yeah, I was in the worst of the worst, and seen a lot of crazy stuff, man. So you never know, man. I mean, like, war just happens. It happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Yeah. And
And
it's also kind of. Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, now I was gonna say a quick little note, and then sometimes you don't even think that you're gonna go to war. You're like, oh, okay, these guys are gonna go to war, or these guys have been to like some hostile war or whatever, and I'm not gonna go. But you never know that. You honestly, like, you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, and like I was thinking about this a lot, and kind of like also thinking about like people reactions, like how people perceive all this, right? It's like why some people like who never been to war, they're like calling to war, or they're like talking about like, oh no, like how glorious we are and stuff. It's like, yeah, we're fighting now. It's like, who are you? Like, have you been there yourself? Like why you're so proud of what do you're proud for, kind of. And um, and these people like who supports kind of terrorists, and then you see these people like who themselves they're never been even in the kind of like um just like in a fist confrontation, let's say, all right, like they never been beaten in their life, kind of, they have no idea what is conflict, not talking about war and stuff, right? And and
I
then it's like,
I find
this
it.
book,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I mean, is this book like Orwell, Animal Farm, you know this?
Animal Farm, yes.
And and it's like suddenly like, so it's kind of like animal farm niche stuff. So like Nisha, he was talking about this like a morality of slavers and the morality of kind of lords or rulers and slavers, right? So uh, in the model of animal farm, rulers is like a farmer, right? So it's like there is a man who's a farmer, so he have all these facilities. He have machines. He build fences. He bring animals inside his fences and guard them with the dogs, right? So this like shapes they live in inside fence, and they believe in peace.
Yeah.
because they're being guarded by dogs and men who have a shotgun. He have
Mm.
guns, right? So if there is wolves, they constantly want to eat these sheep, and these sheep they're absolutely helpless. They cannot protect themselves. They even it's impossible for them, right? So only way they survive is just because fence and dogs and armed men protected them from wolves and this all and other farmers and thieves and all this kind of hostile world outside of farm.
Yeah, what's I find it funny, man, because like I get a lot of there's like protesters in my area now, and
Mm-hmm.
they I don't want to sound mean, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I think anything on a political scale, you know, like people need to just really start getting along. But like you said earlier, right? People have to start understanding the truth behind what they're saying, right? Like these people, they live in a really cushy life, a very, very cushy
Mm-hmm.
life, right? And what I tried to explain to them is when I was over there, right? To the enemy, we were just Americans, right? They didn't
Mm-hmm.
care whether or not you were black, white, Hispanic. They didn't care if you were gay, trans. They didn't care about anything. They didn't care what your ideology was. They didn't care what you thought. They didn't care if you supported them back home. The only thing that they cared about was, is he an American? He or she is an American, and if they are, we're gonna kill them. So,
Mm-hmm.
like when you deal with that for a year, where every day people are trying to kill you and your friends, and they don't care about your political beliefs or anything. The only thing they care about is this person an American? And if they're an American, they must die. When you come home and
Yeah,
you
and you
see that,
can.
uh huh,
Mhm. And you cannot say they're confused. It's not like kind of they're nice guys and they just mistakenly see you as a threat, right? No, it's not confusion.
no, it's there is no confusion. There is no like second guessing. It's he's an American. We're gonna kill that guy or that girl or whatever. We don't care what it is. If it's an American and if it's over there, it's an American. Even if it was an animal, hey, it's an American dog. We're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
So that's the mindset that the regime had, and what's happening right now in overseas, like that was already happening when I was there, and I was already going through that. Me and my units, the units that were there, and the other parts of Syria and where I was at, we were already getting bombed like that, and we were already getting shot at and getting blown up, and that was that thing was always already happening, right? It's just now hitting
Mhm.
the media because Trump decides to make a huge leap at it. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
while I was there, man, it was already that shit already kicked off, man. It was already the real deal. So
No, I mean, it started even like with Iran. It started even like with Islamic regime when they like hostage Americans in the embassy.
yep.
So it's like long story. I mean, they're just like kind of no, actually no, like Islamic State. It's a communist project. So yeah, it's been Islam before communism, kind of, right?
Yeah.
But this union kind of it's a communist project. There people can research themselves, like Communist International. They've been looking constantly everywhere, like finding this like allies, sending Soviet money everywhere. So ironically, like American communists been supporting communists in Russia, and Russian communists been supporting communists all around the world, like in Africa, in Europe, in uh, Middle East, in Asia, right? So it sent like crazy money. Like people in Russia starving. Oh, they're sending like trillions to Africa. They're sending trillions to Islamists. It's crazy. So it's kind of like entire American mindset. It's we can see like why they have this. It's like few serious reason. It's like one reason, of course, is like very ancient. They're just anti-West, right? And the other, it's they're also being like sponsored and feeded by Soviet Union. So that's why I mean it's kind of like it's it's not like current discord or like how to say it's not current like problem with diplomacy or something. No, these people for generations, they're just like nature, how to say, uh, adversaries. I mean, like you nothing can do to not be enemy for them. Well, that's it. So even like it can be like some diplomacy when say like yeah, like like I have some friends uh, who that's why I say like I don't know even like call them friends or not, but like I can talk with them. Um, who's like kind of with death to my other friends. So like my one friends wish my other friends to die and opposite kind of and like and I know is in friendship cannot fix this. It's like nobody will care like how much like you been drinking together or like you have like childhood together, whatever. Like on the fields, he will just shoot you. And I mean, and they're practically doing it by sponsoring war right now, like consciously, like sending money to Russia army. Так, yeah. Anyway, like I don't know, like you okay talking about this or hello? Can talk something other. Just так. So here we have road. I don't have your sound now. Так, I lost your second. Here is this. Let's make sense. Так. So here, root. Oh, let's make this. It's like Spider-Man here. It's like Eddie Brock in the Spider-Man. Так. Error. Okay, so says link don't have sound. Now you have sound problem with sound. You can go like Discord. Where I did this? It's like you. Yeah, like a Discord push 3 dot button in your call. Like there's 3 dots, and there you choose like voice and video setting, and there you can like play with. Choose before it was um, sound. Yeah, I changed microphone. So I go to this video and sound properties and I change microphone. So, and then I start to work. Maybe some this kind of problem. Okay, yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear, but this quality very bad. Try different. Okay, yeah, now it's perfect.
Yeah, it's not even letting me draw on my iPad.
Ah, no.
It's very strange.
What?
Yeah. I don't know what I did.
Ah, so you have like iPad connected by cable or?
No, it's on my it's on my Wacom, my Discord. I mean my Wacom tablet.
Ah, yeah,
Studio Paint. It's not letting me draw now.
it was weird. Yeah. Can you like you reload Clip Studio already, right? Ah, you choose other layer or try other layer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because your layer you try to draw is hidden. You're trying to.
You know I'm old. I'm like, what's going on? Why can't I draw on this? And the layers off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm old. I'm so sorry, folks.
Yeah, it always happen.
So, hey, Gene, what do you think, man? You think I should keep this, the outside fin, or should I let it go? What do you think? What looks better?
And then I take off. Try again. One more time. Yeah, I mean, like usually they say is like it should be more readable, like silhouette. So it's like if without this, as like face can see better, right? Yeah, I think. Yeah, with face, it's just kind of different type of drawing. Portrait, and when you have this thing, it's look more like kind of like emotional, kind of like like make it look more aggressive and less like a portrait. Oh, but this one is okay, I think. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, like this even also even more. Yeah, it's like even more look like kind of character centered, not emotional centered. Okay, what something with a microphone? It's like you're far away or something.
Yeah, so my original mic died.
Oh,
So now I have
okay. So what?
now I'm using an old school microphone. I'll plug into my
Yeah, so maybe you need to like closer to microphone because like when you far, it's like cannot hear.
Oh, is this better?
Even closer.
Oh wow, that like this close?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh no, oh no.
Was like headphone microphone.
We're gonna. Okay, hold on. I got you. I have to turn it up. Is this better? How's that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
so
like
better.
this is
Okay.
good.
Oh man, we're gonna remember these times. Like, hey, remember like when you couldn't even get your microphones right?
Yeah, Yeah, you also, you always look in audio mixer in Discord, in OBS. In OBS, have this audio. It should be like yellow. No, it should be in a yellow. Maybe like sometimes red is no problem. So it's like when you talk, like your mic equalizer, right? It should be moving to yellow.
Yeah, mine's just moving into the yellow. So I had to turn up my microphone in Discord. That's what my problem was. It wasn't loud enough.
Anyway, yeah, I like this idea, right? So we kind of like creating kind of network of artists.
Yes.
So you might like maybe some other friends also start streaming or make videos. Like so we just sometimes can stream just draw and talk. So for people it's like a radio or a TV show,
Or like a podcast or something, right?
Yeah. So, and it's important for like internet and algorithms. It's important just to be present, just to kind of exist online. Yeah. I also like this. I like this comparison. Like when long time ago I read article about artists. So say imagine it's like artist is like a factory or like a brand, and let's say like a Ford or something like this, right? So you have a lot of different type of products, and there is like product which make your brand famous and like top quality. So it's like as artists, it might be maybe you make some video which became like important for people or viral, or it's just like high quality video with some important information and stuff, but it can be like just one or couple videos, and there's a lot of or artwork, right? Like maybe you make like huge crazy artwork, like to show all your amazing skills, to show like you're like top level artist and stuff. And then you have a lot of just like sketches, just notes, and some like middle quality works, more rough. So all this is important because like sketches you can can make it more, so it will be more like spread it everywhere, and also you can sell them more cheaper, so more people will be satisfied, kind of more people will be engaged.
Yeah.
So like one work you like is same artist, but he doing one work for like established brand, and other works it's to kind of to survive.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So
trying to
that's
get.
why I think sorry.
No,
Yeah, no.
No. Say your point.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I mean just so point here it's just like it's important to understand like sometimes it should don't need to worry too much about to make everything like top quality and perfect, but also on other hand, like if only make some kind of podcast or sketch and stuff, it's also no good because it should be also some kind of representative work,
Yeah.
which will like tell people who you are kind of more.
Yeah, so I'm also gonna be starting to put up clips, tutorials, stuff like that. I'm one of those people that I feel like if I don't, how you say, if I don't have the qualifications to do something, then I won't do it. So, like, if I feel like I'm not qualified to teach something, then I won't teach it. Even if people are asking me like, "Hey man, you think you can like teach me how to do this?" like you're really good at such and such, and I'm like, well, I'm not qualified to teach you because there's more people out there that are qualified to teach you. You know what I mean? So I run into this
Mm.
fault where I put myself behind a lot, where I'm like, you know what, I'm not qualified to do this. I'll let the next person teach him. But people like they want to learn like my techniques, and I feel like I've been letting a lot of people down
Mm.
with that recently. So that's another reason why I'm doing this whole YouTube adventure, because I don't want to let people down.
Yeah, and there is a lot of kind of mm, type of content you can do, right? Like I see there's some YouTube channels where it's just drawing with music, like don't talk at all. And sometimes it's just drawing and talk with people. So I think also, just making kind of demonstration and communicate with people, just kind of answer their questions. It's also good. So not necessary to prepare like super tutorials or something.
So what is your goal with YouTube? Because you've been streaming for a while. Like, what are your
Oh,
goals?
because I've been teaching in real life, and I just kind of it's getting too boring to talk about very simple stuff whole time, because like my students, they always some kind of beginners, some kind of like for hobby or something, and I was like, oh my god, again, kind of like 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective. Like, no man, so boring. And and I think like, okay, I want to like make YouTube where I kind of speak in with a perfect student. So it's like, if I teach some student who is really want to learn something and who is really doing a lot of work, so he wants some advanced information, and I kind of like also somehow kind of talking with myself, because I know what I want to see on YouTube. So, and I do it myself, and as much as I can, right? Like, of course, I want to be like Scott Robertson. I want to be like Aaron Blaze. But as much as I can, I kind of share, because I see, even like Scott Robertson there, Aaron Blaze there, and some other like top level artists, and people still don't know about them, or they don't learn from them, like, don't know why. So you just trying to do put your make your contribution, kind of.
It's crazy, like some people don't know about like Ian McCain. They know about all the like manga artists and stuff like that. They don't know like Ian McCain. Like, to me, that's crazy. Ian
Mm.
McCain is the reason why we have Star Wars and the way it looks. You know, and that guy's incredible, incredible to me.
Yeah, your microphone very bad.
Oh, my bad. Did I go away from it again?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it should be like very close. Yeah, it's important, like, and your sound should be loud enough, because people want to hear like good sound.
Yeah. Does it sound bad now?
No, okay, no, it's fine.
Yeah. So I'm trying to I'm just talking into my microphone right now. It's really like I have to be like right up on it.
Yeah, maybe like can like tape him to shoulder or something.
Take that John to the shoulder, man. Yeah, I never do. Have you drawn with Donnelly yet?
Yeah. We did like already like 2 stream, I think. Yeah, we should. Yeah, so this, you know what I say, like we like I see some other artists YouTubes. They sometimes make like 10 people together, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we can do like this, yeah, like try to make like so like split screen and like 4 or 5 artists and like just drawing.
Drawing going crazy.
And I think it can be, you know, like for example, can make like a thematical stream. For example, like drawing figures, like warm up practice of drawing figures.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So like we're drawing together, and also some people who watch with us, they also drawing. So it's kind of became like online practice session kind of.
So then, what do you say we do that next time? The next time we're on here together, we can do like a figure session.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, like you know, Pose Maniacs and something like this.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
I'm so about it, man.
So yeah, well, I will look. I think like you make like more than 2 people, and it's definitely will be better if like oh, I will look how much it costs. It's not cheap. It's called like Stream Element or some. I think Stream Element. So it's like online streaming, like and it's make it very convenient to make like many people streaming together. Some kind of like what's this? Like a Skype? I forget.
Yeah. Well, let me know. Like, you don't have to do this by yourself. You know,
Yeah.
this is not a you thing.
No, yeah,
we can all do it together.
yeah. Okay. So,
Absolutely.
but also, do you like plan to draw like comic books, manga, or?
Yeah, so I'm actually working on a comic book right now as we speak. I put up a stream of me messing around with the character design.
Uh-huh.
He ended up looking like Albert Einstein, but it's all good. Like when I was excuse me, when I was looking at it, I was like, why does he look like Albert Einstein? Like, kind of threw me for a loop. But yeah. So I actually have a comic book idea, or let me take this back. It's a graphic novel that I'm gonna be doing. It'll be about 60 pages, 60 something pages long, and it's in memory of my brother. It's for him. It's dedicated to him.
Nice. Cool. Yeah.
How about you, man?
Yeah. So.
You should do comic books.
Yeah, like.
Your work is amazing.
Okay, yeah. I yes. Yeah. I kind of like. I wish. So, now, at least for sure, I need to finish motorcycle book first. This year, for sure, it will be finished. And yeah, then I will make comic book. Because it's just like I didn't expect it will be so complicated. You know, it's like so many information you need to study with to make like proper motorcycle book.
I remember you saying that you're like, I'm tired of drawing motorcycles.
Yes.
You're like, I'm so tired of drawing motorcycles. I love motorcycles, but I'm tired of drawing motorcycles.
Yeah, and as far as also it's kind of uh, I wish you know to give up with this, but I find this why is cool training kind of to finish it. You know, it will be like the longest project which I work in so long time. I don't have any like money from it, or I'm not sure I will have enough money, you know, to compensate all time I spent for this.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm guessing it was how many motorcycles did you draw? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, so right now it's just like kind of like 4 page I need to finish right now, and so I will finish this 4 page. I will print no, in Amazon KDP. So I will like print. I will look kind of how it looks in the printed version. So it's kind of right now it will be kind of about like 150 pages of motorcycle anatomy.
Ooh, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, and so it's already like almost like Scott Robertson book size, right? So like, I show you. So it will be like similar size, like how to draw Scott Robertson. It's like little smaller, like a little shorter. But this one, it's 200 pages.
Ooh, that's crazy.
My final version will be 230, kind of about 230.
Oh
Motorcycle.
my god.
Yeah. So, and I kind of, you know, I thought I will like, oh, it's okay, just making like a tutorial, just draw some like, you know, explanation of like engine and stuff. But then I start to dig in. Early, I need to really explain everything, but also make sure is not. It's like also useful for artists, right? It's like it's not like mechanic manual.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of like takes so much time to research all this information. Like right now, this like 4 page, it will take me at least 1 week, but maybe 2. Yeah. Okay.
Man, you out here killing it.
Because like, yeah, it's great. And so mostly it's like this anatomy part is complicated because it's very easy to make mistake. Like I explain some details. I say like, okay, this is engine, this is this detail, that detail. And then after 1 month, it's like, oh man, it's like, it's a nonsense. It's like if somebody who really understands motorcycles, he will look at this like, what's this guy talking about? It's like, it's absolutely like just bullshit kind of, right? So I need to redraw, I need to fix everything, and then I start like, okay, I don't want after 1 month to find out I make it wrong. I need to
It has to be
double
right.
check everything faster.
Yeah. It
So
has
it's
to be
take
right.
like longer time because you need to kind of verify, double check. So and it's interesting experience. It's like it's definitely like I improve a lot. You know, just kind of I like this idea. You know, you understand what I mean? Is it's a difference between like amateur and the professional. It's attention to details.
Gotcha.
So it's like not being like a sloppy and you know it's just oh it's okay, it's kind of fine, right? And it's for us artists like who drawing, it's so tempting. We like we easy can hide in like our like when we lack of knowledge something, right? Like anatomy or something, you can put it in the shadow. You can like make like a shape or something.
Yeah, you can fake it.
Yeah, and like also when I was like art college, I was trying to switch from painting department to sculpture department, and I realize is like it's huge difference. And like if you see like how sculptures drawing and how painters drawing, painters they're like more loose, they're more sloppy, they're like all emotions, you know. And sculptures they're very precise and they know anatomy much better, they drawing like more realistically and more careful with form, because when you sculpt you cannot hide your lack
True.
of knowledge of anatomy, for example,
Yeah.
right? It's just it's like always there. You cannot hide it. It's impossible.
You ain't hiding nothing, sucker. That's right there, right in front of your face.
So in any way, I think it's like it's also is good to have put yourself some time in this position when you really need to work on details like a crazy, when you really like spend a lot of time in yeah, it's kind of like I don't know, like details is not very precise word. It's how to say, like accuracy, you know? Yeah, accuracy probably.
Okay, I understand.
Because it's like
Uh-huh.
uh, mhm.
I was explaining that to one of the kids that I think he's watching the stream right now. He's sick. Good kid, man. Good guy, man. Always asking for art advice. And I think one of the biggest things that I've learned, and like if you want to get better at drawing, is doing projects. So like what you're doing with the motorcycle project is probably
Mhm.
so pivotal. You know what I mean? It's so good for your learning curve. It's gonna help you skyrocket everything else. Like
Yeah.
drawing just to draw sometimes, it's cool and it's fun, but sometimes you need something that's gonna push that level a little bit. So that's why I'm starting to get into like, just doing projects. Like I gotta find some kind of something to do, a book or something.
It's like, for example, like a murals. When I work mural painter, I never did murals before, and here is just so like, okay, murals. So I will learn in the process, and it's like, you know, when I hear like people say like my followers or some students like say like, I don't know how to draw. It's like I feel like awkward. I feel uncomfortable. You know, really, like you have no idea what is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like insane. Like, you know, when it's like you go in somewhere public place, you need to draw like huge wall, and you feel like oh my god, like I'm not sure. Like no, I literally don't know what I'm doing. Like, it feels like I will like just destroy their wall right now, and there are all these people watching, and my brain start to create and kind of like paranoia, kind of they're already like talking about me making jokes, you know. It's like ha ha ha, look at this, he does like he say he's artist. No, my god, no, it's so funny. Like in my brain imagine like they make a video with me like posting internet, and like everybody like, you know, like all world laughing at me, say like this guy is a clown, like he say he can draw but he don't, he don't know like basic stuff.
He really don't know how to draw. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with So I did my what is it the banner for my uh my unit in for basic training, and we had to paint a
Hmm.
mural. And brother, when I tell you, when I was first starting it, and how I was so scared. First of all, scared of the drill sergeant, right? But second, it like the first 3 days, it looked like a big pile of slop. It didn't look.
Yes.
It didn't look. It didn't look like anything. And I was like, I was so scared because the drill sergeants were like, they got the paint for me, and they're like, Klaus, we're gonna paint this, blah 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 blah. And I was like, Roger, drill sergeant, no problem. And I tell you what, man, I was so scared. But by the end of it, it was the best mural. I believe anyway, it was the best mural like there, like painted, and everybody was like,
Nice.
so a couple of guys that were actually in my unit. They went to the same unit that I was at in basic training, and they were like, dude, that mural was sick. And they were like, we don't know who painted it. And I was like, yo, I was actually the guy that painted this for Alpha 215. You know what I mean? And they were like, oh snap, for real? And yeah, it's a cool feeling, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have so many times this, like, I did like already like 20 murals, and I have all this like 20 times, this experience when I like first day is like intimidating and it feels impossible. And then in the end you have this like walls, like victory, like for people outside, like no, outside my head, right? For people from who watching all this, it looks like it's been easy for me. It's just guy drawing. So they just kind of assume I've been like drawing murals all my life or stuff like this, or it's just easy for me. But I was like draining, like I go home is like, it's kind of, you can't sleep, but also it's like you feel like you want sleep. I don't know how to say, it's kind of like nervous, how to say, like over,
Yeah, you push.
overload, yeah.
You're pushing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been like kind of like nervous overload kind of this, so it's like you've been like super exhausted, but you cannot sleep. So it's kind of crazy trap.
Yeah, man, I used to draw. A lot of people don't understand, like, tend to understand this, right? And I was one of those people, right? I didn't understand. I was like, I thought that it was like some kind of like quick fix, like a quick fix pill. Hey, man, like, I was like, maybe if I spoke to this artist, maybe I can get good. You know what I mean? Or maybe I can get, better than what I am. And the truth of the matter is like, no matter who you talk to, no matter, um, no matter, no matter what courses you take, even if you're learning one-on-one directly, if you're not putting in the work behind it, then you're kind of just wasting time. Because at the end of the day, it really takes a lot of hard work, man. And people look at Kim Jong Il and they're like, man, that guy's like, he's a god, and he's amazing. But like nobody understands like the amount of work that guy has done for his life.
Yeah.
Like he's put in a lot of work. Like he's done drawing. When nobody was around and he's not famous and
Yeah.
he's in his room by himself, rage drawing, and he's just drawing and drawing and drawing. And he's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna just draw and draw and draw. Like that's where it's built. It's built in those times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, the students kind of, they all think about only like pretty side, right? They imagine like, oh, artist is like you see it, you make like masterpiece, and then it's like social life, when you go to exhibition, you're drinking wine, and it's like everybody photographing you, you're a celebrity, like, so like, oh, can I have your autograph, like, or like, will you marry me, can you draw me naked, this kind of what they imagine, right? When when in reality, like, actually what happened when you artist, and like before you get to this condition when you're a celebrity or something, right? It's like 99% is like you alone with the paper, and it's like there is no there is no kind of emotional support for you. There will be no like your guys like who will like, you know, like put hand over your shoulder and say like, hey man, I'm here for you so you can draw like more comfortable.
Yeah. If
Here I
anything, I
bring you
always,
some beer.
if anything, I always got the opposite. I always got like, bro, you need to stop drawing and start doing something else with your life. Like, you're kind of trash.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
you're
So I was
you're
like,
you're garbage. You should stop drawing, man. And I'm like,
yeah,
damn, like
yeah.
for
So
real.
yeah, so it's like as I imagine like you like a drawing and like world all like so moving around. You're like in a movie kind of about artists, right? But when in reality it's like you rejecting world to make some drawings. Like your friends go to cinema, you say, "Oh, sorry, I'm drawing."
Yeah.
It's
And
like
that's
they're
kind of,
going like bars and stuff.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
going out to bars, hanging out, chilling and stuff, and you're just like, I gotta draw stuff. And they're like, draw? What do you mean you gotta draw stuff? Like, yeah, I gotta draw some stuff in the house. What is this guy goofy, man? Like, why is he drawing something?
Yeah, it's like you're like a shy or what's wrong kind of with you, right? And then it's like, okay, it's like you don't understand, it's your problem, you know. So but this kind of sacrifice, then you start to make like artist friends, and it should be like right, we have this like best like environment for artists. It's uh, environment where, you know, it's like peer artists, like a colleagues, kind of like everybody working, and you look at them and you see like, oh, he much better than me, so I should work more. So I think this kind of like best environment.
Yeah, man. And I think that's another like crazy thing is like when you're comparing yourself constantly with other people, when you're like, oh man, like so garbage. Like, this guy can draw so much better than me. And,
Mm.
you just go into these setbacks where you're just like, you know what? I don't even think I'm gonna draw anymore. Sometimes you just have to
Huh.
really
But
give
you
up.
know, I find the remedy for this. I'm really like I know how to fix this. You know what secret?
Draw more.
No, I think like, yeah, I mean eventually, yeah, when you will become like really good, you kind of don't care about this anymore. But actually, I think like this kind of so like envy or stress, right? It's happened because like people, instead of thinking about uh, goal, like what you drawing for, thinking about how they perceived, like it's kind of, you know, personal thing instead of professional. So, and I see it a lot, and it's kind of like really like uh, it's absolutely wrong for artists, you know, and like we always tend to fail into it, you know, like make it like some kind of personal, like, oh, if I draw in good pictures, then I kind of like a high status or a good person. Because real artists, like when you really make a good work, is only when you think about what you want to say, what you want to show. You think like you kind of like you more work from position of care of a audience or people, you know, like for example, like uh, okay, like for example, like my mother sing songs for me in the childhood, right? So, and this kind of like famous song, and like this song been sung by very famous like top level singers You can find like kind of super high level professional singing it on a stage, but without kind of exaggeration. I mean, I'm not being like subjective here. I'm sure I'm objective, just honestly looking at it. My mother sing better.
Oh wow.
And not just because she my mother, but I realize why. Yeah, she really like have talent. She cannot perform on stage because oh, I don't know, just happens this. But uh, what is the main difference is like when I see and hear all these professional people singing the song, they just making it kind of for a money, it's just some kind of job. But she, it's like it's a very archetypical. It's very important, like setting of like mother singing for a child. You
That's
know,
interesting.
right?
That's
Like
pretty deep.
what I mean, right? So it's like, or imagine like one more example, like more like men's style is like war song, right? Imagine like you sing like battle hymn. It's like, it's like we will die today, kind of, but that's it. Like there is no other thing to do right now, right? Like is only what we're here for is to go and fight, kind of this, right? And when you really mean it, it's different than it's just some guys singing it in the club.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
So this is art. So it's like it's very, very core of art. It's the purpose. It's like what is for. It's not much about like how it looks, who is doing it, and like who cares? Who are you? You kind of like more than that. You are losing yourself in the moment when you making real art. It's not you anymore. You kind of like this like immortal thing, this kind of like ancient huge thing, like a mother singing for a child, it's bigger than you.
It becomes
You kind
pure
of became
expression.
like you kind of like you kind of connect to it and disappear. It's not you, like it's not your idea anymore. You kind of connected to some big history, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It becomes pure expression.
So and now you see what happened, right? So like every time when we are like being so kind of like cheap and egoistic, kind of shallow, make it all about ourselves. It's it's kind of like I understand like practically in the moments, kind of like when you're making money, kind of daily stuff, it's fine. But if you really like want to make like a real art work, right? It's a wrong direction. So real like artwork, real focus is when you think like, okay, why I'm doing it and for who? It's like what kind of what type of like uh, energy I want to be connected to. So it's like a mother care of her children, or is like a shaman kind of, or it's like a prophet or a priest, or um, or kind of like a sage, right? Like you're sharing wisdom, or a teacher. Teacher is also archetype, right? So instead of kind of making it about yourself, you kind of serving archetype of a teacher.
Yep.
So it's like, what should I do to make it right? And this is kind of how your focus, like, and or if like artwork, so there is like all this lineage of great artists, and you kind of want to kind of I don't know how to say, it's
Serve a
kind of
purpose.
summon this spirit, summon this like magic which exists inside this sphere of this like whole art community, like which is like include whole art history,
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to find the wisdom in drawing
Hmm.
for other people. Like when the guys in my Discord when they asked me the tips and stuff like that, at first I was kind of like, why are they asking me this? Because like I'm not qualified to do this. I don't. I shouldn't be teaching anybody how to draw because there's other people out there that are better than me. But now, like when help them, I feel like I'm in a service to them. I'm like, okay, if I don't know them, like if I don't know the knowledge, I won't teach it. But if I know it, I can at least like try to pass on and help. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest,
Hmm.
I started to feel more a fulfilling connection with my art because
Yeah, because hmm
hmm because you're
yeah,
helping
because
somebody
yeah,
else.
sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, because I mean, also it's interest is like how it works. It's not something which came from your reason. It's always been, and you choose to get into it. So, like, interest and reason to be to care kind of your children. No, it's like you say, like, okay, uh, it's just the way I want it to be. So I don't need to explain myself why should I take care of my children. I just want it to be this way. That's it. So same kind of like a teacher kind of what is a teacher role kind of what you kind of research, explore, kind of look yourself. So like what a real teacher kind of should do. And then you just make it be this way without kind of looking like why it should work for you or why you should do this. No, you choose, you want it kind of working on it, and you're working on it like to kind of like represent this image as much as you can.
Exactly. I'm finding a lot of joy and fulfillment helping people, like helping my fellow artists and stuff. And it's starting to feel really good, man. It's giving me like a purpose, I know. So I think that's
You
what it
know,
should be, man.
also it was oh, yeah, sorry.
No, I think that's what it should be, man. Like especially the young people that are coming up, man. Like sometimes they don't have anybody. Sometimes they need help. I didn't have anybody growing
Yeah,
up.
no, it's also interesting this kind of trope which kind of talk about like how much like real world is so connected with like fiction, with the stories. The trope when a character, like a main hero, he's like a very, very lost. He's kind of like, oh shit, no, like my life's so bad. Like I'm really, I lost myself. Like I don't know, like self-esteem very bad and everything, and like horrible. But then he trying to do something constructive, like um it's not like when you like help others is you are not telling them like how bad you feel, right?
Yeah.
So and they have no idea, so they're like saying like, oh, this guy, like he's so happy kind of, and you say like, okay, yeah, I don't want to kind of like explain you, right, like how unhappy I am or stuff, right? uh I will pretend like really everything fine with just as much as my contribution doing the right thing for you. And yeah, just kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think that's really cool,
Full
man.
of
Especially because, like I said, people sometimes need that, man. Sometimes people need that help, they need that wisdom, they need that guidance. And if the way I see it is, if they're willing to look at you for the guidance and for the help, then they're worth giving the help and the guidance to. You know what I mean? Because they see something within you, and you have to see it within yourself. And that's one of the things I've been learning a lot through the people that have been following me in my pages and giving me feedback and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to learn something. And one of the things that I'm learning is like if people are willing to ask me for advice, that means that they're willing to trust me. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, you know what? I really wanted to start giving back to people for sure, as much as I can. I used to just hold everything in and just be like, nah, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not, no, 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 no. Like, it's different. It's a lot different. Besides, man, there's way too many, like, and I'm not trying to be mean or cruel, but there's a lot of artists on here that are just not good people. And you come across them, you know, you'll come across an artist where you're just like, man, that's, all I did was ask this guy a question and he's blowing me off, or, you know, I mean, maybe if they're like, you know, business, you know, not blowing me off, but, or they'll send like a rude message or something stupid like that. And it's like, well, you know, you didn't even have to respond. You know what I mean? Like I just trying to learn. You know what I mean? Where they say like they put like a quote, like not a quote, but like a story where they're trying to talk crap about you without saying it. You know what I mean? I had that happen to me before. So I would never work with an artist. I'm not gonna say the name, but if there was an opportunity, and he's a pretty well known artist. Um, if there was not ever an opportunity where me and him cross paths, and they're like, "Yo, would you want to work with such and such?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna work with this." You never know who you're gonna meet, man. So be polite.
Oh, interesting.
Dean, you are amazing at perspective.
Huh?
You are amazing
Sorry.
at perspective. So my
See.
Discord. We're doing a 30-day training for just pure sketchbook stuff, and all I'm doing is perspective draws, like how you're drawing right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Okay, no, I just think it's good here. Yeah, I like your Spider-Man drawing. Is so cool. This illustration. So I'm trying to make some Spider-Man.
That Spider-Man drawing took me like, I don't know, like 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. Because I was like rushing it. I shouldn't have rushed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, this looks good. You should draw more Spider-Man. Make it like a series.
Yeah.
It's like 20 drawings or 10. Can make like a art book print with Spider-Man or something.
The Sonic point I really.
Yeah, and right now it's kind of easy to make art books on Amazon.
Yep. I would like to collab with
like,
you on a
if you-
book opportunity one day, man. I think me and you.
On a book.
Yeah, I think
Hmm.
me and you doing a comic book one day. Like I'll do the characters, you do
Oh.
the backgrounds or whatever. Like I think that would be so dope.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. You see, I've been working like sometimes like professionally drawing comic books, but it's kind of weird. I don't know, for some weird reason, all my comic book jobs being fail kind of like my first job they never pay me and it's never been printed, then some other like always is kind of case when somebody write you say like, hey, I have idea for a comic book, like let's draw together, kind of. I say okay, let's draw, you know. And yeah, now I know is like only who I will work is only people like who really have a complete story, So it's no, I don't want kind of like see to make all these drawings and help you figure out what is your story about.
Yeah, no. So I have a few books that I'm gonna draw. So the one that I'm actually working on right now is like I'm gonna do it myself because I have a vision for it, like a specific kind of vision. Um,
Mhm,
and then I also have another book that's like a specific kind of vision. And then after that, I do have a couple ideas. It's like a sci-fi idea, and I think your style
mhm.
would fit perfectly with it. Um,
Oh, nice.
especially like your background style. And I'm really serious about this. I'm really serious about taking this whole thing to the next level.
No,
And
no, I mean not you exactly. I mean
yeah, no,
just
no,
in
I know
general,
you.
like,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. I know you're not
Because
talking
like,
about me because there's a lot of
yeah, it's cool.
there's a lot of crazy people out there, man. So I had a good friend who wanted me to design a bunch of stuff, right? And I did it, and he paid me the money. He loved the design initially. He was like, "Oh man, I love it, I love it." And I was like, "Are you sure?" Because I was like, "Look, I did. There's a bunch of them, right? There's a bunch of these
Mhm,
drawings, and I'm gonna give you all of them, right? I'm gonna give you all of them. You wanted a very specific one, right? But I gave you. I not only did I do exactly what you asked me, but I did more, right? And I did more for this simple reason, right? And I showed him all of the drawings, and he's like, "Oh man, all these are crazy, right?" He loved it. Now,
mhm,
he wanted to make that his logo, whatever. And I charged him, because he's my buddy, I charged him, $100. Like, it was something stupid, right? It was real cheap. I did all the work. And then his wife didn't like
mhm,
the drawing. So I was like, all right, well, there's, 15 other drawings that you can choose from. You know what I mean? Like,
mhm,
choose one of those. And she was like, no, we want a refund. I'm like, I spent so much time doing all of these drawings
mhm.
for you now to ask me for a refund because your wife doesn't like it. You know what I mean? And it's not like they were bad.
Ah, yeah,
And I was like, first off, I was like, I'm not refunding it. And I was like, you're out of your mind.
yeah,
Like, I've worked 2 weeks
yeah.
straight.
No, it's unethical. It's unethical because like if it's a wife who order, then she should talk with you from beginning, right?
That's what I'm saying. And no, but that's the thing is, me and
Mm,
her were talking, and she was one of the people. Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. I'm happy. Blah 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 blah.
mm,
And then out of nowhere, it was just like, I sent them over. I sent it over to him. It was done, and they looked at it and they both liked it, and they were like, "Oh, this is amazing. Yeah, send it over."
mhm.
As soon as I sent it over, the wife was like, I don't like it. I think they were trying to rob me, to be honest with you. And they're supposed to be my friends. You know what I mean? So I was like, man,
Mhm,
that's why I don't like doing work for friends like that.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. We always have this kind of like disappointing and like traitor story with the drawing, which like really is like one of my previous project, like very recent. I was working with one place. Very cool. I was so excited. Like I like whole months I've been drawing, you know, kind of like it's my fault. Some in partially it's my fault because nobody asked me to do so much work. I just want to make like this effort, do extra work. But it's kind of like our agreement from beginning was like they want like kind of poster from me and mural, right? So and they kind of like when we meet, it's been like so like a huge shows like, oh, we're seeing your work, like our boss love your work, like we all love your work, it's so amazing, like so we want you make mural for us and blah blah blah. And I say okay, and say like, oh, can you also make this poster for us? So okay, so and I take, because this place is really fantastic, I take it very seriously. So I say okay, I made like a huge research, like I don't know, like I draw like about like 15 finished drawings, like very detailed, and like hundreds of composition sketches. It's like it's freaking like huge work. Like nobody will like it. First of all, it will hard to find anyone, and they will never find anyone who will do same stuff as I did. Like I have experience. I have like this artistic vision, like from all my world travel, all stuff. So I know what I'm doing, and I know that they will never find anyone like this. And I did all this for free, right? So, and I did some like kind of like example sketches or stuff. So like, oh, let's maybe this kind of we can use for a poster, like for your Beneskin, right? After months of drawing, right? And then like after like one day have email replies, they kind of like, we have like also other artists, we are waiting kind of his results so we can check later. It's like, what the fuck, like other artists? I mean, who can like, I say this guys like clearly don't understand like what happened, kind of, right? Like I mean, I was like so kind of like really, and like now I understand. It's also like I have reason to be angry, but also it's like I should be smarter, kind of. I should be kind of manage process better, right? Because like I should to see they're not so smart, and don't kind of expect so much from them. Because like I don't think in this case they're not tricky, they just being kind of like ignorant, you know.
Yeah, for real, man.
But I saw, I went to their office and I was like, and I've been like rude. I say like, you think I'm idiot, kind of. I don't want to work with you anymore. And after this, I feel very bad. Even like I'm right. Like I can prove kind of I'm right, and some people will agree with me. So like, yeah, totally right. But for kind of like, I don't know how to say, but some kind of like for God or for my soul or for my inner child or for art, spirit, kind of something, something inside me was very unhappy because I really want to make this project. So, and I think like if I'm more kind of grown up and smarter in this situation, I will be more diplomatic, kind of. And I say, okay, no problem. Like kind of let's finish this thing. It's just, no, it's an interesting experience, kind of. And because kind of made me kind of frustrated for a very long time, and I kind of I'm lost a lot of opportunity with this case.
That sucks.
Yeah. So it's kind of like this social skills or like emotional intellect. Yeah, it's kind of important. It's very helpful.
Yeah, it is very important. It's very important, but at the same time too, it's very important to not let people take advantage of you and your skills. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah. It's like you should be care yourself. Yeah, but like in this case, they're just not professional, and me as being professional, I should be like take control in the situation. Yeah. Так, so so you want to make more details, or what are you doing? Animation?
For me, doing animation, no. I'm actually reshaping it's kind of wrong. I've drawn Sonic the Hedgehog more times than I can count. And it's
Interesting.
I've drawn it so many times. So like when things are
Oh,
off,
wait,
it's like
change
you see
for
it.
right hand.
In every one of my sketchbooks, I used to have a lot of them. There's at least 10 Sonic pages. Sonic mentioning King. I don't know. He's easy to draw, man, and I was obsessed with him as a kid. Like, I don't know. Maybe I have like autism or something. Like, I love Sonic the Hedgehog, man. I just think he's a really cool design character. I love speedsters. Like the Flash is my favorite character in DC. Quicksilver is my favorite in the MCU.
Yeah, this microphone is ridiculous.
Sorry,
You have right now.
sorry. Oh, you know what? Let me see if my my one microphone is charged right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, first microphone was perfect.
I'll push it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, where's this? I almost shit myself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Hold on. Let me. Now I gotta turn it down. Hold on. So I got a nice healthy beard like you do. So I have to.
Oh,
I connected it to my beard.
no.
So
Yeah, that's a lot.
it's clipped into
That's
my
cool
beard.
hack. Yeah, now sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
so you better really like always look for this audio mixer. So like it's kind of like you need to have it on a screen so you can see like how loud your voice. Because sometimes you don't aware like maybe for a couple hours you talk very quiet. and then will be so disappointing to find out.
Yeah, you're like blasting them with a bunch of and people are like, what, where did that come from? Am I too loud still? All right. Gene, how does that sound? Am I too loud still? I'm turning it down.
No, now it's good. Good,
Oh, it's
good, good.
perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, so you say one of your story you plan make sci-fi, and you like Heinlein, right?
Highlight.
Yeah, Starship Troopers.
Yeah, Starship Troopers, man. I love Starship Troopers. You ever read that book?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Recently, like a year ago.
Oh man, that
Too.
Starship Troopers played a big role in my life, man. A major role growing up as a kid, man. Starship Troopers.
Uh,
I love that movie. I think I had
it's
a crush
great.
on the one girl, so I think that's another reason why.
But like, what do you think about movie and the book? Like, it doesn't like,
Oh, it doesn't match up at
I
all.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like, I read the book first.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I watched the movie first. So when people like my buddy,
Movie.
yeah, my buddy was like, "Yo, you need to watch. If you like the book, I mean, if you like the movie, you're gonna love the book way better." And I was like, "Nah." He was like, "I'm telling you, trust me, you're going to like the book way better than you're gonna like the movie." So he had that. He planted that in my brain, and it was like for almost like 4 years. He planted that in my brain, in my mind, because I'll be honest,
Mhm.
I didn't want to ruin the book. I mean, the movie. Like I was like, I don't want to ruin
Uh-huh.
this movie. And then after a while, I said, you know what, man? All right. I was like, all right, I went under this kick. I'm like, all right, I want to start reading books a little bit more often. I think it's important to start reading. So let me find a book that I'm interested in. And I was like, I remember when my boy was like, yo, Starship Troopers. So then I was like, all right, you know what, let me read the book. I read the book, man. Phew, the book is way better than the movies.
Yeah.
It's more,
Uh,
it's so realistic.
but it's kind of like, I don't know. It feels like they're even like somehow opposite messages there.
Yeah, so the book is like very propaganda.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
it's like yeah, it's like a Roman kind of vibes, right? I'd say like, so here's we are like kind of fighting for our house, for our values, for our civilization, kind of. And then it's like movie is a mockery, is like hippie kind of mockery of
Ye-
original book.
yeah, so it's they have some elements of the book in the movie, but a lot of it is
Mhm.
not in there. And it's for good reason too, because like the book itself was kind of like one of those things where it was too violent because the way that the all right, so the guy that made the book, he made it with the intention of showing like how bad war is, right?
Mhm.
And he did it as a journal. You know what I mean? As a journal
Mhm.
of a soldier who was going through the shit. And that journal is actually the reason why like I like journaled when I was overseas. It was from that book. But the movie, it was just kind of like I guess it was like a watered down version of that. You know what I mean? And it had really nothing to do with uh, the book at all, but it had some elements of it. But the movie, man, the
Yeah,
movie was no joke.
Yeah, no, I mean, they just make it more like Dune kind of. Yeah, put some kind of like Dune elements. I guess it was like a fashion this time, this period in Hollywood. Everybody want to make sci-fi little like a Dune. So there like some kind of magic people appear. I don't remember in the book. I think it was nothing about this kind of like spiritual magic.
No, but they were fighting a completely different kind of enemy in the book. Like the enemy that they were fighting in the book was like wild. They were fighting the thing called the skinnies, which we were calling at the time we were calling Somali skinnies because we were fighting. We were like at war with Somalia, so that was kind of like offensive to the Somali population. You know what I mean? And um, yeah, it was it was oh my gosh. That was kind of like offensive to them, and so that was another reason why they didn't like put that in the book or whatever. And
Ah,
then
really? So you mean it was in a book like Somali skin?
yeah, so they were describing the aliens. So the
Ah,
aliens in the book, like how in the movie there are just the big bug things.
yeah.
So in the book, there's actually a group of humanoid aliens, and they're called the Skinnies, and they're just like humans, and they live in villages, and um, pretty much that's who the humans are fighting. They're fighting like these humans, like human-esque bug things, and
Mm,
the big tarantula things that are running around. Those things are also in the book, but they're more or less like just animals that live on the planet. And those animals, they are all the big bugs. They're controlled by the skinnies, so the skinnies actually use them to fight, and they also have like plasma
mm,
rifles and all this stuff. But it's one of those things where it was like I guess we didn't have the technology to do it. You know what I mean? To make it that cool. So, but I think
mm,
and then so like the infantrymen that were that fought, they were kind of like how you say this, like Gears of War. They had
mhm, mhm.
these big suits that were like mechanized and okay.
Yeah, seems Gears of War is closer
Okay.
to a book than a movie. Interesting. Yeah, and in the movies they
Okay.
definitely make it like Pearl Harbor thing, right? Like this insects, they're like, uh, they're being like attacking from far away, so they need to move there to, yeah, definitely, like Pearl Harbor scenario. At least that's how it seems for me when I watch it.
Like it seemed like a Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it's like kind of like because it was also in Hollywood, right? It was period like Vietnam, and also there been like resentment and all this like about nuclear war, which is immediately about Japan, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So kind of because communists and hippies, they've always forcing this narrative, say like, hey, like America being like using nukes and stuff, and kind of like we're glad at least like Soviet Union not destroy planet testing their nukes.
Oh
It's-
man,
s-
the
Somehow it's like we are lucky. Kind of.
dude, the Tsar Bomba. Oh my god, dude, that
Yeah,
is
like
terrifying.
I mean, like yeah, like I can imagine like how people live this time, like in America or also.
You know what show I seen that really like scared the living dog crap out of me, man? It was
Uh-huh.
Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, that's very real. Yeah, exactly.
That show
And
scared me, man. I remember when that happened when I was a kid.
oh, mhm. Same. It's very close to my hometown. It's Chernobyl. It's like in our region, south southwest. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. That's it. Uh-huh.
Chernobyl was terrifying, man. Like that show. Oh man, that show scared me.
What exactly is like negligence of communists?
Yeah, it was a negligence, but it was also the effect that it had on the people, right? And but how they just try to deny it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
and then I grew up where I grew up, like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes away. There's a power plant like that, a nuclear power plant. So, uh, like seeing that show just made me like, oh my god, what if that one ever blew up? That's close to me. You know what I mean? Like
Uh,
I'd be done for.
well, yeah, for sure. But like the thing is, Chernobyl is kind of um, what is the most kind of important main thing about this. It's Chernobyl is not about nuclear plant. It's about what is regime actually is. So it is Soviet Union. Soviet Union, it's Chernobyl. Soviet Union, it's all this like biology weapon being produced. All this like war in Afghanistan, like Vietnam, China, like culture revolution in China. This also Soviet Union. So I think for myself, this what kind of perspective I think is most important here. So it's kind of like main threat because like these people they will turn everything into catastrophe, whatever like they will have car.
You just broke up. I can't hear you anymore, man.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, I hear you now.
Uh, yeah. So and like right now, like it's interesting. It's just kind of again, um, when we kind of like we have this like animal farm psychology kind of people in general, right? Because this kind of society it's a fans community. So like you say Kushi, right? But in general, right, like if we look, it's kind of fans, I forget how it's in English, but it's like you're living inside guarded place, right? So and being inside this safe area we are tend to maybe like avoid certain discomfortable or unsafe uh, kind of facts.
Yeah.
Let's say. And one of these is just like uh, every communist or every socialist since beginning, right? They never cease of destroying everything around. Never. They never stop. It's like this, like Terminator in a movie. Like you never stop. So and all they do is like oppressing people, like destroying people and destroying nature. And if like you just like make little research, like real research about China, there's like constant Chernobyls like every year. We just don't know about them. And like floods over like some kind of danger facilities, like earthquake destroying plants, some chemical leakage. It's freaking insane. And when you just like put all them together, it's look like oh, I wish I don't know this, you know.
It's kind of like COVID, man.
And yeah, it's just one thing. And so, communist regime, it's a factory of catastrophe. This is what I say, you know. It's a this their product. It's a Chernobyl catastrophe. It is what they're really doing well, doing the best. It's destroying world.
Oh my god, that's crazy, yo.
So it's kind of uncomfortable. True, like people don't want to think, because like people at home they don't want to think about this, and the businesses they don't want to think about this because then you need to think about other. It should be in kind of in a structure of your world vision anyway, if we want to be kind of like adults kind of and see world as it is.
Hmm.
So we can only expect we'll do so. Again, like with Taiwan, right? Like China, like at least like 2 times every year, like making like major threat to start invasion of Taiwan.
Oh my
And
god.
it's like happen. It's happened like I don't know, like kind of since Communist Party, like like since China became like kind of stable enough, right? Like in the beginning, they've been like starving, but just once they start to have enough food, they start to kind of like put pressure on Taiwan, like press Taiwan out of United Nations, like uh, conspire all world against Taiwan to kind of so it don't have like a legal status in many countries, which is weird. It's like Taiwan, like ID, like with Taiwan ID, I can go every country, like all best countries, I can go with Taiwan ID. With a Chinese ID, it's much less countries you can travel.
Yeah. Do you think that I'm gonna be honest, man? I wouldn't be surprised if they did eventually come into Taiwan. It's gonna happen one day.
No,
It's
I mean, like after, I believe, like if Putin take Ukraine, it should happen like 2022. China was ready, but because Putin stuck it, because they're fucking cowards, communists, in China especially, they kind of they afraid lost their status, their I don't know how to say, their benefits.
yeah,
So you kind of you're not ready to fight if you're afraid to lose your comfort, right?
yeah,
And China smart enough to understand this. So because I believe like there at any moment Korea and Japan they're ready to engage. So like if we don't know like kind of how it happened, like because like your government change in America and stuff, but if China go to Taiwan, Japan will kind of engage.
I think that's bound to
So
happen,
and
man. Unfortunately, man.
I
Kostiki Ban.
uh,
Hopefully, I said that right. What's going on?
Caustic Bond is my brother. Yeah.
Oh, your
Hello.
brother. What's going on, Jeans, brother? How you
Oh,
doing?
and Christian Novichki. Thank you for feedback. So he say like my videos about Itokazu Taiga. Uh, yeah, maybe I will do more with him, but yeah, I will see if I have some reference. Actually, I think it's good to make videos like just like this, like practice drawing figures with the boxes, shapes, and like final rendering, some kind of like final line art. Yeah. So, and I mean, like what I'm telling this about China is, I mean, it's just, can you imagine, right? Like you are being constantly like people like live in Taiwan and they hear it all the time, and like at
Oh,
least like
oh,
once
there
a
it is.
year you really believe it. At least once a year you really believe like China right now going to engage, right? So and um, what I was where I was saying this.
My bad. What did you say? I
Um,
was getting a popsicle.
ah, yeah. So I mean, um, yeah, like I was talking about like China, like in general, like as a constant threat to whole planet,
Oh yeah, no,
like
no, I heard all that.
realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same like say like it, China also real threat for Taiwan, right? So you being aware of it, but it's not something you want to think all the time. It's not like something like you want to think about in the morning or when you take your children to school, right? Because like you will not send them to school if you think that China will attack this day, right? So it's interesting to see how people kind of learn to um, kind of you being aware of it, and at the same time you don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I should prepare more actually, you know. I did already. I went to like first aid course, like how to stop bleeding, and I have like also like I'm at Abrams pilot. I tell you before, so like your Abrams tank pilot or how it's called, driver in Iraq.
Mm.
So and he kind of like makes this like oh, he worked in a BB gun club kind of in town because you cannot shoot real guns in Taiwan.
That's right.
And
They have really strict gun laws there, right?
yeah, yeah, and yeah. So I learned from him this kind of just like basic idea of you know like safety with the guns, like how to work with the BB guns, like just some very basic stuff. So at least I know how to not shoot myself or my friends accidentally.
Yeah, that would be very important, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so tired of guns. All I did was use guns, man. Learn how to fight with guns, manage guns. I could take guns out, put them, take it apart, and put them back together in my sleep. That's what happens when you're in a scout.
Yeah, it's like a lot of like routine with the maintenance, right?
I might have to color this ball now. Let's see.
So, anyway, yeah, I should be more prepared actually, like have some kind of like yeah, like backpack with emergency.
Like a bug out.
Hmm?
Like a bug out bag.
Yeah, I have like this instruction from government, like you know, put some water, first aid kit. like a very emergency bag. I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's called a bug out bag.
bug
Excuse me.
bug out bag. Oh, cool! We make colors now. Nice. So you make overlay for colors.
And now I usually do multiply. I'm just messing around right now. It's too dark. So I'm new to this program, and I'm used to drawing on the iPad.
Oh,
So I'm gonna be honest. I don't know I know how all the layer modes work, but I don't know some of these these brushes are kind of lame. So I'm just trying to figure out how to use them in painting and how do I get them to make them clean. So right now that's the reason why I've been taking my time with this drawing because I really don't know any of the brushes and how they're working. Otherwise, I'd have this drawing.
Right now, I like to use pencil for inking in Clip Studio. So it's like inking, but it's a pencil actually.
Yeah, this is my first time using this.
Yeah. Also, like I've been watching around, going on YouTube, and there's sometimes different stream artists or just a drawing in Eclipse Studio, and I look what kind of brush they use. Because kind of it's too many brush. It's kind of hard to kind of get accustomed to them.
Let's see. Clipping mask. Clip the layer below. Merge. Okay, there we go.
Have you read or I don't know Foundation?
Foundation, no.
It's this book very cool, really interesting.
No, I've never read that.
Is
it? What is it
they
about?
made okay, it's it's like huge empire in a space, let's say let's say future Earth empire on a world, right? So it's like multi-galaxy empire. And it's super advanced, a lot of knowledge, high culture, it's all amazing. But there is one dude, he calculated, he say it's already decline. So it's right now history in the phase when empire is going to collapse. So from now on, empire are only going to a point where it will be destroyed, right? So and you cannot stop it. So and this guy, this kind of super genius, he figure out how you can preserve, so take some knowledge, take some culture, and put people on some faraway planet far from this empire, so they can preserve this culture, and after they can reclaim it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, very interesting. So they kind of moved to far away planet with all this knowledge, technology, all this stuff, and they need to survive. So all kind of task is to survive, to keep for future generations. And so and it should be like kind of like 5 or 10 generations, something like this. So, and he in interesting kind of there describing like about how it can be done to make people keep culture for future, and like, and they're already like in this planet they keep technology and knowledge, but in empire it's already like collapsing, everybody fighting each other, then next generations inside empire became like barbaric, they don't remember anything, nobody have any kind of technology, and then these guys they kind of going back and take it back kind of for, so it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting.
And just don't watch series. They make like Netflix or something about this. I watched trailer and it's ridiculous. It's creepy. You can imagine.
You're losing your mind, bro. You're like, nah, I'm not with all this, man. Oh shit.
Hmm?
I haven't watched a good movie in a long time. You got any good movies,
Yeah,
man?
only well, a lot, but they're all old movies.
Hmm.
Like you can just like try to watch like Hitchcock.
Hitchcock was a good
Have you
one.
watched like yeah, like a Psycho? Have you watched this? Psycho or Psycho? Then um I don't know, like kind of like 80s and before 80s. It's like most of movies was good.
Yeah, man. Now you're talking my language.
Yeah.
So do you like what are you into like old horror movies? Or you, like what kind of like movies are you into?
Um I no, in general, my favorite genre is like action and epic.
Yeah, Rambo movies, man.
Yeah,
For
like like even Alien. Like Alien, I don't think it's a horror. It's just like Alien and Aliens.
Yep, yep. Yo,
It's just like a good sci-fi.
I've been obsessed with the Xenomorph. That was the first um like art book that I've ever owned was H.R. Giger's book.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was his book on the aliens that he designed.
Oh, you should watch documentary about Dune. Okay, I forgot name. Like you need to Google like Jodorowsky Dune or something like this. So originally, like a movie Dune being kind of like planned to be made by Jodorowsky. It's
Okay.
I forget, he's like French or Italian, like movie director, and he is like crazy guy. Is like making like weirdest movies, like hard to watch because it's like I even don't know how to describe. It's kind of disgusting sometimes, But what is interesting about him, he was like planned to make like really like Star Wars kind of a movie, Dune, and it was I think before Star Wars.
Mm. So then what happened?
Giger, Giger, for example, right? Giger, it was just some artist who have nothing to do with movies.
Yep, yep, yep.
It's it's Jodorowsky who connect him with the movie industry, and because Jodorowsky want to use him for movie Duna, Hollywood knows this artist, and all the other director from movie Duna he make together with with Giger. They make Alien, so it's because this movie Duna. So it is very interesting.
Dune was a really good movie, man.
It's kind of like it might be much crazier if really it's like if an original movie been done. So it's like David Lynch Duna, right?
Mhm.
It's kind of like they give it to him. So original project should be directed by Jodorowsky, but they kind of take it from him and give to David Lynch, and
Okay.
even with this, they don't let him make it properly because you remember, like in the Dune, like last part of the movie been like very weird, very fast. They're just like blah, 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 finish.
Are you talking about the old
Do you
movies or are you
remember?
talking about the new ones?
You talk about new one. No, I talk about old with
The older ones, okay.
David Lynch. Yeah, old was very cool. Actually, old one was cool too. But anyway, you should check this documentary. It's very interesting. It's really kind of educational material. And like I don't like Jodorowsky, kind of like I don't like his movies. But this kind of case, like I don't like even Giger too. Like I see he's a good artist, but I don't like his. It's kind of like
he's eccentric. He's he's a little out there.
yeah. It's just some kind of like you respect, but it's kind of little too far from your I don't know, taste or something.
No, you're absolutely right, brother. When you got a guy like fucking, how you say, he's like, drawing an alien that looks like a penis. It's kind of like, yeah, you're a little weird, man.
Yeah. Like no, I mean it's not just look like, it's all like kind of around this. He's like he know what he's doing. It's not accidental, kind of.
Oh, it's definitely not accidental. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, like also Moebius is like he great artist. Like definitely respect him.
Yeah,
But
Mobius, man.
some stories and kind of like I more prefer Miyazaki, kind of, right?
Miyazaki,
Yeah,
man,
like
he's dope.
Yeah. So like I think like black metal Behemoth. Have you heard this Behemoth?
No, what's that?
So like black metal is like it's something like what I usually don't listen because it's very hard to listen. It's like something like this.
Like heavy metal.
Yeah. Black metal is like Scandinavian. They're just like like some dude like screaming like a pig, like.
Yeah, you're talking about like death metal.
It's little different. Like I don't know. I don't know exactly what is different, but it's different. Black metal, I think they're more like a shrieking, and the death metal more like kind of growling, like. So anyway, like I usually don't listen to this, right? But then um, it was a concert. These guys from Denmark, or probably Denmark, like from capital of this black metal kind of, some guys, Behemoth. They came to my hometown, and like conservatory, like
we in a place where usually it's orchestra perform, and it's like, okay, let's try it, just go to this black metal.
Mm-hmm.
So good. It was so crazy. I was like, no way. It's like I never listened anything like so good quality before, and maybe still.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like they have all this noise, all this mess with the instruments, like blah, 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 blah. It's been like super organized and super clear. Like you have like all like drums, guitars, like all around you, like super 3D sounds. Like whoa. And it's
Whoa.
like a shamanic kind of experience. These dudes like on a stage and they're like not just doing their job, they're being like very like acting every minute, like super professional. And like and there's like crazy, so cool.
That sounds crazy,
And
man.
still, yeah, and still I can listen it in the headphones or something. It's just totally different.
I don't.
So
It's
maybe
it's
mhm,
hard for me to go to
mhm.
concerts, man. I wish I could go to concerts. I have like extreme social anxiety like that,
Mm.
where I can't go to concerts.
No, if I go, I always like little drink for this kind of just like to little relax.
Yeah, I'm not a drinker, so. What's your drink? Vodka? Nah, let me not talk shit.
Depends. No, not much, not much. It's just like I say, like only when it's necessary. Like when I know if it can be like kind of social. I forget how it's called.
Like a social setting?
Like kind of like make you more easy to communicate. Like
Yeah.
like when I've been like all same like public events. But if I make like a teaching or like I have exhibition, I don't drink because I need to have like clear mind, and also I should be sober. It's not professional if I'm drunk.
Trying to teach all your students, you're like,
So
well, this is how you draw a straight line.
I was like, but kind of, be an artist. Yeah, you need to be a serious guy. It's
Like, yo, who is this guy? I am the guy that's going to teach you how to draw. Nah, I don't get into alcohol at all. Alcohol's not my forte.
yeah, great.
Forte,
Yeah, it's
yes.
the alcohol is not good. Yeah, it's like damaging brain. So
Yeah, so when I get you down here with you and your girl, when I get you down here to the States, man, like unfortunately I'm not gonna be drinking. But we'll
mm,
be doing a lot of cool stuff.
так. So okay, Christian Novichki asked. So he asked about like how about figures when we draw in boxes, right? So
Oh, so like, do you put your? Let me see.
so it's like
Yeah, you read this comment. You're not a real Russian artist
uh,
because artists in Russia drink heavily. Yeah,
yeah, I
so
met this artist.
do you actually use the perspective guides in 3D figures into Studio Paint? Um, so I do, but I don't. It all depends. Honestly, it all depends on on how I feel. Like if I'm like stuck with like a weird perspective, uh, then I might do it. But other than that, like if usually if I can find the horizon line, if I'm like okay, I know where the horizon line is, then I can just draw everything in that perspective, uh, or in that angle. But I will be honest with you, I draw boxes in perspective every day. So it's like a morning exercise and training. So I think that's why it does. I don't use it as much when I'm actually drawing, but if I'm having trouble, I will definitely do boxes in perspective with the grid. I think it's really important. That is probably the most important step ever is to just sit here and let me see and do these boxes, man, where you're just here like this all day, just goofing around. Like I'll do this all day long.
Doing.
Let's see.
Mhm.
What is going on with these brushes? Yeah, I'm getting used to all these like these weird brushes, man. These brushes are so strange.
Mm. I always in the digital have this kind of feeling. It's like
Yeah, it's
everything weird.
kind of weird. Yeah, I like this one. This one's cool. All right, let's see. Delete that. Let's do this. So I like doing this exercise. This is a really fun exercise. A lot of I have a lot of guys that on my Discord. I have them do this a lot, where I just take these random shapes, right? Take the basic random shapes,
Mhm.
sphere, cylinder, pyramid, and the cube,
Uh,
obviously. And what I'd like to do is so at first you just draw them just to like you just draw them, right? You're like, all right, I got this. And then what you do is you start to overlap them and put them in different places because that way you can start to understand like the overlaps themselves actually mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then you can start developing like uh 3D space in your mind. And then once you get that established, then you figure out, okay, let's do a horizon line, right? So the horizon line would be here, right? So like that would be a horizon line. And then everything that's above below the horizon line, you'll see the top of it, right? So you see the top of all the objects. Obviously. You see the tops. And then anything above the horizon line, why did you do that? You'll see below it. So it'll be like this.
yeah, and I think also what is important is different artists they doing it differently. You know, somebody just like drawing a lot of like what's called intuitive perspective boxes when you like Ryan Berry. You know, Nine Monkeys.
No.
Oh, just he's very cool. He draws this like super crazy mechs, kind of like robots. No, definitely you've seen his work like later. He kind of like drawing a lot of like boxes in a space, and it's very interesting like how you can create space without perspective grid
Yep.
just by creating this like a distance.
Actually, this is how I got good at. I'm not gonna say good at perspective because you, I think, are like really good at perspective, right? This is how I got decent at perspective, where I'm like, okay, I can understand like where all these shapes need to go, and it's just by just fooling around and like pretending like, oh, okay, like this goes here, like
Yeah,
that.
so because this like just we need feeling of volume and space,
Yep.
and how you yourself, how you choose to kind of practice this. It's kind of personal, like important. Just start to doing it a lot, and then you find what is your favorite daily kind of routine or like regular practice.
See, and the crazy thing is right. Like at first, I would just do this all day long. Like I have sketchbooks just full of these like weird shapes like this, where it's just like random random shapes. And my when I used to work from this tattoo artist, he used to say, "Oh, Richie's drawing dildos again," because this is all I would draw. I would draw a bunch of these random shapes, and I just fill
Yeah.
pages and pages of this, right? But then after a while, I started to learn like I'm like, oh look, I'm building structures, right? So my structure started to get more and more complicated, and then next thing you know, like I'm just like, okay, well let me see if I can draw shape it into a person, and next thing you know, I'm developing my own mannequin. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, okay, so then this goes
Yeah.
here, and it's not perfect, by a long shot, but you start to develop my own mannequin, and it's yours. It's personal. It's yours. You know, like we all start with our like somebody else's stuff, but then eventually you create yours, and that's the beauty of of this whole art thing.
Yeah, and also, if I don't know if I understand also question kind of, is there is a kind of a gap between doing some kind of isolate technique. So when we're drawing like only flat shapes, or when we only draw like boxes, or when we drawing like finish line art, they're kind of like isolate, but then in the process you kind of combine them to create finished work, right?
Yep.
So it doesn't mean it's necessary to draw boxes every time, but if it helps you drawing them, right? And like in this, if example, kind of here, uh, it's kind of maybe it's like help me just to see a right or like left side. So per, it doesn't give me like silhouettes or proper lines because I don't have anatomy here, right? So if I want anatomy, I need to make like kind of, I need to see it myself, or I need to draw it again as a kind of like a bones and all this stuff with muscles over bones. So making boxes is not like solution or answer for every question. It's just about figuring out directions or like placement, like orientation. So what side we can see, like as a
Exactly.
front or top.
Yeah, this is definitely not the end all be all, right? But if you have this in your mind where you're like, okay, like I know how to do this, and then eventually when you start to master the basic shapes, right? You might start to master these shapes right here, and then you can start building stuff on it. Like you can be like, okay, well, I can build this weird structure that eventually could become like a robotic arm or something like that, and you kind of make this look like, oh, like I can actually make this look like something like interesting. You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
you have this thing happening here, and the next you know, you're drawing a figure. Because you're like, oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, like now I can draw these shapes in any direction. So that means I can draw these shapes in the shape of a figure, and then you can draw the figure in any direction, right? So it's like, next you're finding an horizon line. Let's just do this one. I'll just do this, just cause. right? And then you're like, okay, well, let me play with the perspective, and you draw your grid. You know what I mean? Let me see. Click. Draw your grid. All right, let's lighten that up a little bit so that way we can see the drawing. And then pretty much what you're doing is you're just doing exactly what you did here. You know what I'm saying? You're just taking this same concept and then you're just applying it here. So let's draw. All right, so we have our points here. So let's do this.
So I'm just kind of a random guy. So here kind of next time I will do like figure drawings from some kind of Postmaniacs and stuff. And I find it's really interesting. It's how drawing people in a space or whatever. All this is very kind of compound of many different techniques. So if you're better with sketching, like doodling, it helping you to draw figures. Also, if your perspective is better, it's also helping. So all this, as much as every skill is better developed, it help you to draw people. And like also kind of like visual memory for like clothes and so when we kind of like have a struggle with drawing people, it's multiple problems. It's not about one thing. It's not like, oh, I need to better anatomy. Yeah, you kind of need better everything.
Yeah, it's definitely that. I remember I used to be like, oh my god, I'm terrible at drawing like anatomy. So for the longest, I never would draw figures in a scene. Uh, I just had issues with drawing figures in a scene. I'm just like, you know what, I can't do it. So I became like a portrait artist for a little bit, where I was doing like these really realistic portraits, and um, I was kind of on that wave of like, oh, what are those people? You know, them people that like they're like very specific Pinterest kind of artists, where they find a Pinterest model and then they'll draw the cute little Pinterest model, and then they'll be like, like, oh, they'll stylize it and they'll make it their own. And I was doing that for a while, and then that got boring because I'm like, well, it's kind of lame. Like, I don't want to keep doing Pinterest models, like finding references. I just wanted to create my own stuff. And then next thing you know, like, I was like, you know what? I want to draw from my imagination like Kim Jong Il.
Yeah.
And then I got caught up into this, start doing these boxes, and then I've been at it for a while.
Yeah, also sometimes this kind of dolls can help, but also think about using like 3D models or dolls.
You have 3D
Uh,
models.
it's my help, but problem with them is like how you integrate them in your pipeline. It's like, do you really like every time you draw figure, you open 3D model? For myself, I find it's too kind of lame. Yeah, like uh, I rather like more practice drawing people and then like drawing in instinctively, kind of intuitively.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here.
angle. You can just observe a figure to better understand what you want to draw. So I think for this case, it's really works. So you're not like kind of trying to copy it all, but you're just looking around. So, this kind of pose I want to draw. It just helps. Yes. So do you plan also invite Daniel to your lives?
What's up?
You like thinking about streaming with Daniel?
Yeah, if he ever wants to, of course.
Oh.
It's been a long time since I've actually like interacted with that guy.
Oh.
He's always doing one of his crazy ass comic books. His comic books are crazy, man.
Yeah, right now it's like
That things are like so violent. But he's a
he
soldier.
kind of like going like unleash his
His fury.
creative force right now. Yeah, fury.
I'm gonna unleash my fury. As a matter of fact, let me see. Let me open. Let me open up one where I was doing this actually earlier.
Yeah. But do you know Daniel Warren Johnson?
No. Nah.
It's kind of he became like trendy recently, like very famous.
Daniel Warren Johnson. Oh, yeah, actually, I know him. I spoke to him before. Let me look on TikTok real quick. Yeah, I actually spoke to him before. Yep, Daniel Warren Johnson. He did. Okay, now I'm confusing him with somebody else. But yeah, I know exactly who this guy is. Yeah, he's insane. I love his work, man.
Yeah, and it's also sometimes like a lot of gore, kind of.
Yep. He's really gory, man. Where the hell did Kuma come from? I think it was here, maybe.
Einstein.
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 There he is, Einstein. I think I deleted it. Where the hell is he? Einstein, bro. Can't believe this man made it in my comic, bro. I think I deleted the post where I was doing a bunch of these drawings like this.
Oh,
Yeah. That's weird.
anyway, we just like we need to build our skills, and we will see how all this influence and improve our drawing. No matter what you draw, it's just kind of taken. Oh, cool! Whoa, yeah, those turtles, badass. You know, in the childhood, I drew the Turtles comic book.
Oh, you can see the turtles
I
drawing?
have it.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. I'm trying to find the drawing, the little drawings that I was doing.
Oh, this turtles so cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
I've been drawing like Turtles comic book in the childhood.
Yo, I gotta see some of your turtles, man. For sure, 100%. I gotta see them. Gene, don't hold out on me, man. I gotta see this, man.
Ah, okay, fine. Yeah. But I was in a school kind of. I don't even know what year. You see it?
Wait, let me see. Yo, that's sick. Dude, that's so sick. How old were you?
I don't know, like 9 or 8 or 10.
Wow, dude.
Oh, so it's like a Splinter.
Dude, that's a full comic, dude. That's crazy.
It's-
Oh, The Simpsons.
ah,
Oh man, that's so dope. Yo, Splinter.
yeah, it was. It's like say, hey,
Yo.
Michelangelo eat all food. I say, go buy some pizza. And, yeah, we're seeing like April.
Bro, that is so gnarly, man. Yo, you got the Turtle Mobile too? That is sick.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, look, so epic accidents here.
Bro, for 9 years old, you were fucking killing it, man.
It's, there's people draw much better at 9-year-old.
I don't.
There's Shira.
Whoa, yeah, the Turtle Mobile, bro. That is so sick. That is so sick, man. Yo, you were drawing that at 9? At 9 years old, I was not drawing vehicles like that. There's no way.
Oh. No, and I have like many, like I've been drawing like Jurassic Park, Star Wars. Crazy, I've been drawing a lot. And then, like about this age, so this one is like one of my last comic books in the childhood, and about this age, I start to be like too perfectionistic, kind of. So it's really became like kind of serious problem, like art block.
Got you.
Yeah. So yeah, so you think we can maybe stop for today?
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, because like, what time is yours now?
It's 12:30.
Okay, so like we have 12 hours time difference.
Yeah, what time is it over there?
Same 12:30, but day.
Oh, during the day. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 12:30 at night here. My wife is
yeah,
she was like, "I'm going to sleep."
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think was so we stop here.
Yeah. What are those messages mean in Russian?
Yes, my brother say like, oh, it's an old comic book.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't believe you find it. Yeah,
I wish
and he's surprised.
I wish that, I wish I could have had all of my old drawings from when I was a kid, man, because they were good. I only have one. I only have one left that survived. And
Mm.
I'll show you. I can't show you here because I have to scan it in and stuff, but um it's a good drawing, man. It was when I was 13, but that's when I used to draw. I used to draw like a madman. I think I drew to the point where like I would have like my hands would bleed. I was constantly
Oh,
drawing. It was like a constant thing, man. But you grow up in the hood, man. Like everybody wants you to do some bad shit.
yeah,
Yo, that
yeah. It's
Spider-Man you
kind of
drew was crazy though.
yes. No, I like this one here. It's like it's kind of like Eddie Brock and he carrying this
Yeah,
spider.
bro, that is so sick.
It's like a trailer for new movie. Mm.
I'm telling you, man, you're definitely like I look at a lot of artists draw out there, and I mean a lot. I look a lot. I watch and look a lot at a lot of artists, man. But I think your perspective is probably one of the best perspectives ever, without a doubt.
Oh, cool. Cool. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, not need to start draw comic books.
Yeah, bro. Like I said,
Okay.
man, let's draw one together. But all right, brother, in this stream.
Yeah, see you. Так. Okay, so I still так. Still in Discord.